I'm going to get into the economy with Kaiser coming up and the Iran situation. But first, I wanted to get into some Big Brother news. This is up at prisonplanet.com and Infowars.com right now. Remember 6-7 years ago in Australia and the U.S., the NSA was going to give local police and Bureau of Land Management and environmental groups, even private ones, access to satellite images, live time, of people's farms and ranches and in businesses, so they could harass people so that they couldn't build a barn or couldn't, plant crops without being harassed. Well, all Google did, which is admittedly part of the NSA, I mean, I told you that many years ago, now they admit it, is they just made it all public to everybody. And government is now using this to harass people and all over the world, because the same global corporations are setting this up. They're banning people collecting their own rainwater, and now they're saying you've got to pay for rain to fall on your crops. But then other nations don't have to do that. It's all selective. It's all part of the carbon tax. This will shut down our industry and our farming even more. Key article up at prisonplanet.com by Paul Joseph Watson today. Government using Google Earth to loot destitute Americans. And I actually heard an NPR piece about 2 weeks ago and thought to call Watson, because a lot of times I call Watson or Kurt. Well, Kurt works here now. He's moved to Austin from New Mexico. But so I'll usually go into their office or call them. Watson's in England. Both Watsons are. And I'll say, write on this. And I forgot to, but that's why I love Watson, because he thinks just like I do, and he wrote a story about it. But NPR was saying it was good. In Greece and in other countries, the government, to raise money, is charging people, depending on the city, $300 to $1,000 or 1,000 euros for a swimming pool fee. Or they notice if your swimming pool looks like it's in disuse, they come and fine you. So it's all part of this surveillance harassment. Remember that Pennsylvania tax collection ad where it says, hey, Tom, we're watching you. You didn't pay $4,000 taxes, and we know where you live. And it shows the earth, and they zoom in from space and show the guy's house. Again, this is all designed for you. Here it is. Smile. Aerial images being used to enforce laws. Associated Press. And that was August 14th, just 2 days ago. In fact, crank this ad up. Start it over. That's a good idea. Crank up the ad, because I want people to actually see and hear this ad where they're intimidating people. Here it is.
Just off of 5th Street. Nice car, Tom. Nice house. What's not so nice is you owe Pennsylvania $4,212 in back taxes. Listen, Tom, we can make this easy. Pay online by June 18th, and we'll skip your penalty and take half off your interest. Because, Tom, we do know who you are.
Oh, find us before we find you. So this whole grid isn't for the terrorist. That's the government. They're staging almost all of it. It's for us. State utilizing aerial imagery technology to enforce petty ordinances and loot destitute citizens of whatever income they have left after having had trillions in wealth stolen and transferred to foreign banks, and trillions spent to build these satellites and launch them. And the whole article just goes over it. And then there's another report here. They're now coming in to charge you for rainwater usage.